Everybody, thanks for watching. Just a quick reminder that today is the last day for the flash drive sale. Make sure you guys take advantage. It's the last day you can get Never Pay Again membership as well as the flash drive for one price. So make sure you guys get it. This is the last day. Tomorrow it will be down. Also, this is the last day if you are a Never Pay Again member that you can get 2023 off of Podia. It will be down tonight. So yeah, I put out repeated videos, multiple videos. So I wanted to give everybody a chance to see the video because I know sometimes it's a week, sometimes 2 weeks for people to even see a video I posted. A lot of people not getting the alerts, and that's what they're doing because my channel, of course, is basically on that blacklist. So a lot of people are not seeing the content. I sent out emails to everybody. Sometimes it takes days for people to get the emails as well. So I try to give it time for people to see the message and see the videos to understand what's going on, because I get a lot of people who haven't even seen videos I've done a week ago, and they have no idea about the flash drive sale or what have you. Also, yeah, the flash drive is two different flash drives. There's one that'll be for your smartphone as well as PC and Mac, and then one that'll just be for PC and Mac. So you guys can see the difference. But two separate flash drives. So make sure you guys choose the one you need. If you need it for PC and Mac, it's available. If you need it for your smartphone as well as PC and Mac, it's available. There's only two different ones because there's a price difference on it. So make sure you guys take advantage. It's going to go up after this. Again, it's over 90 videos. This is over a decade of work. I don't know why anybody is, upset or complaining about the price. The price is very good for all the content that you're getting, as well as Never Pay Again membership for those who ordered before today. But yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of the flash drive sale. As I said, last day you'll be able to get Never Pay Again membership as well as the flash drive. Again, it comes with over 90. All of the digital downloads, all the DVD videos are on there, as well as the YouTube videos. And that's different because it's not on Merkaba Academy as it once was. So you're going to have to, if you want all those videos, you're going to have to get it off of the flash drive. And as I said, the flash drive is the only place you can see 2023. So make sure you guys take advantage and grab it. But yeah, let's get into this video. So now I talked about this before as far as accepted research, how it works with academia, with universities or what have you, when they get facts checked, as far as researchers, explorers, what have you, scientists going out into the field or going into a source of research for themselves or what have you on a particular subject. Could be really anything, no particular subject. How that's checked, how that's fact checked and put out as actual information, or we say it is believed, or they say that it is widely accepted or what have you. But it's a whole process. Researchers have research teams. They go out into the field, they go dig up what is accepted research, primary sources, what have you, that's accepted by scholars, academia, what have you, university. And they go through that information as well as inputting their own to come to a conclusion or to just leave information out there. So you have a research team that does that. On that team, you're going to have researchers is going to fact check the information. It's going to go and backlog and go and look at what's been put out there and what's been said about the specific subject. And in this case, I mean, we can find examples about things that have been proven true. Like let's just go something that we know is real, the Titanic, artifacts on the Titanic, people who was on the Titanic. As far as ancient civilizations that's proven to exist, Mesopotamians, the Incan and the Mayan or what have you. These are people that go out there and we can find multiple sources on these particular subjects, bodies, ruins, people that talked about them outside of the civilization, so on and so forth. There is a sophisticated, clear-cut way of figuring out if something is true or false. Now, I get into this, of course, because when we get into biblical religion, we don't find that. We can't find any clear-cut sources. We can't find a group of independent researchers who have done the research on the Bible to check all these boxes. As far as their research team going out and finding sources that was chosen, or let's just say put out by other researchers beforehand or after, just enough sources to be proven true to make you go forward with the project. So basically, if you're on this research team and somebody's told you something is true and you're going out to fact check it to continue the process, you're going to need to find certain things and prove that it's true, or at least get little hints to make you move forward with the research. You understand? So it's like, okay, we got a budget and somebody told us something and we're going out and we're spending money and time to prove that this thing is true. I'm not going to go any further if all the information I'm getting is not concrete. If all the information I'm getting is speculation or belief or faith filled, then there's no point to spend the money and the time to keep pushing forward, because 9 times out of 10, we're not going to find anything. Yet these researchers have done just that because of one reason. They were backed by the Vatican. They were backed by religious institutions to keep pushing forward this work. And the stuff they brought back was not enough. But the fact that they brought back anything was what they were using. And again, you have all these so-called scholars or what have you who put out information on the Bible. If you don't go and check their sources and check what they're saying, you're going to believe it's true when it's not. They're trying to tell you that this stuff has not been proven. This is stuff that we have found that has not been substantiated. So it's like me saying, well, this researcher said that this guy seen this person. That's not proof. That's just what somebody said, or something that could have possibly been witnessed by somebody, but we can't prove if it was. It's just somebody said they seen. Understand? And when we're talking about putting something out in academia, something that's proven research, you can't go by what somebody's seen. Yet, this is the entire basis for biblical religion. The entire basis is a third party research, right? So the Bible, according to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So again, this is third person. This is somebody saying, hey, Matthew said he saw this, and this is what he said. And Matthew is telling you what he saw through the eyes of these people and so on and so forth. When we can't prove that Matthew exists, we can't prove that these people said these certain things. So when you read in the Bible and you read in stories that's in Matthew, and Matthew is talking about the disciples and what they supposed to have said to Jesus and how Jesus was sitting and how he looked, and like, there's nothing to back any of that up. No proof at all. So this is what you have. So you couple all that with the fact that we do not have the original books of the Bible. We got manuscripts that are copies of copies. Then as a person, a Christian, a researcher, if you consider yourself serious, there's no way in the world you can take all this and put it out there as being truth and fact and base your life off of this information that is not even information, is more so hearsay. Now the issue is, religious people want us to believe in their fantasy, their fairy tale. They want us to believe in their hopes and dreams or what have you. That's what they want us to do. And they get upset when we don't. So when you get Christians that say to me all the time, well, what do you get out of proving Christianity wrong? Why are you always trying to prove Christianity wrong? What are you doing? What is this about? These are people who have done no research. They're going off of their heart, they hope and faith or what have you. Because this is something that is extremely serious, especially to Black people, because like most of our people are Christians and they hold their life. I can't tell you how many times I've been on social media and I've seen people post, God got me, and so many freaking God is good all the time. So many Christian quotes. And you just look at their page and look at what they're doing and laugh. You could tell these people are not Christians. They're just delusional, and they have their hope and faith in a religion that has done nothing for them. But because they are too scared to, break away from it or do any actual research, they keep putting this stuff out there as if it's some type of way that God is going to see it and hear their cries and wishes and bless them. This is what it is. People are so desperate and feel so hopeless that they think posting on social media where they're not even supposed to be, exposing themselves to sin and sinners or what have you, where they're not supposed to be, they actually believe that going against God is actually going to give them blessings from God. This is how delusional our people are because of this fucking religion. These people don't understand energy and how it works. They don't understand that they're telling themselves that there is no way for them to accomplish what they want to accomplish. And you wonder why Christians are mostly poor. Black Christians, all these people going to the church in the hood, and all these people are poor. They're giving their money away to the church, and they begging for this church or this God to bless them, and they get no blessings for the most part. You got some people who are still smart enough to understand they got to put in work, and they already in a career and doing something, so they get what they want because they're working for it. But for the most part, most people believe that because they're a good person, they have a good heart, and they pray to God that they're going to get what they want. And you're telling yourself that you can't get it on your own, that you have to rely on this God to get it. And it's a hopeless situation to be in when you feel like that is your only recourse, is to just pray for something that you know is not going to happen. So I get a lot of Christians who ask how to do the research or where should they look, because this is something that you're not taught. And of course, we can say common sense, but it's not always common sense for people when you have mainstream media and everything that you see big up and promoting religion as if it's something that's real and true when we know it's bullshit. Like I said, there is so much that surrounds biblical religion. There's so much that surrounds religion. There's so much money that's put into the lie of biblical religion. And it's tough to compete with that, especially if you're a person who takes all of your trends and everything you do from social media and from mainstream media, which majority of people do. You do what the TV tells you to do. You do what's trending. This is what people do. The Bible has been trending for thousands of years. Religion has been trending for a long time. And then when you have people that you see that's successful, that's giving that energy to religion and giving their success to religion, and people who are trying to become successful, they feel like this is what they have to do. So now this translates into the research aspect of it as well, because you got to be a person that is kind of on the fence with religion, which is tough for a lot of Christians to be, to really do the research and go in it deeply, because it's like you cheating yourself. You don't want to discover the truth, or you don't want to find anything that's going to prove you wrong. So people don't do true research. They go and look for stuff that's going to fit what they wanted to say. And this is what's happening to a lot of you Christians. You can't go and find biased research. You're going to look at sources that's Christian sources by researchers that's from the church, not from researchers that is independent researchers and people who have biblical backgrounds. Because like I said, I have a biblical background. I grew up in church. I set out to prove the Bible was true. I didn't set out to prove it was wrong. I used to hate non-believers. I couldn't stand people. I was like, what's wrong with you? How you not believe in God? Of course it's God. Of course the Bible is true. Like, that's how I was. That's how I used to be. And I wanted to prove, just like how I am now. Imagine me the same way, but for the Bible. You see how relentless I am as Merkaba. All that memes and everything I put out on Instagram and everything I'm doing, all these videos, you see how I am. Imagine that for Christianity. And that's how I was. I was constantly citing verses and this, and I was doing the same thing, and I was known for that. And people knew how much I talked about the Bible. I had a video that I put out a long time ago before Merkaba. That was, what was it called? I forget the name of it, but it was titled with a lot of G. Craig Lewis work. And I mean, I really have to do a whole video on that, because I talked about Dr. G. Craig Lewis before. Like, he really corrupted a lot of people. His videos are very good. And like I said, with him, he either knows exactly what he's doing as far as deceiving people, or he actually believes in what he talks about. But in any case, it's very convincing, very convincing. And then I was on the end of my Christianity when I started seeing his stuff. But it made so much sense. He's talking about the, cause you got to ask yourself, for those who don't know his teachings, demons, the Bible tells you that demons are locked away. So how do we get demons? So his philosophy is basically that the Nephilim were drowned. They half in, half out, half human, half, so-called fallen angel. So when they drowned and died, their souls couldn't go to heaven, couldn't go to hell. So their souls are stuck here on earth as demons. And it's these demons who are out there possessing people in the industry, and they're controlling the world. That's basically what he's saying. So he goes through songs where Beyonce and Rihanna and Jay-Z is talking about certain things that's against Christianity. Jay-Z says, Hail Mary to the city, you're a virgin, and Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends. And you look at all Baphomet and, stuff Rihanna's talking about, and they say things as if they were possessed by demons. But that's very convincing when you don't understand what that's about and what's going on, and what that really means. And it really caught a lot of people in the grasp of that information because it's very convincing. But again, it's one of those things that, as I said, when you really research the Satanism and the occult, and you understand what that means, darkness is light and everything like that, then you get what it's talking about. And it really pertains to us. It pertains to meditation and melanin and darkness, and everything that's basically power is in darkness. So when you understand that, you get the dark side, and you understand, the force, and you understand Satanism and everything that's dark. If it's dark and if it's darkness, then that's a good thing. That's power. That's knowledge. And it's hard for people to grasp that because they've shown it to you in a spooky light. They've shown it to you as voodoo, as witchcraft, and everything like that to keep you from learning it. Because if you learned it, then you would know the truth. The whole thing they want you to do is when you run into it, you see Satan, you see demons, or what have you, scare your ass back to the Bible. So as a Christian researcher, when they see this, they automatically, they go back to the Bible. They run scared. I know, because I was there. I was the same way. So how you should approach, research is you should just, you got to go all the way in. You can't stop, but you have to look at biased sources. You can't look at sources that's going to support what you want it to support, because then you're cheating yourself. You're not going to get all the information that you need from the source. You're going to get what you want from the source, and you're going to hold out. So it's one of those things where you as a researcher, who has looked where, because when you actually research an entire thing and like who said what and what's what, and then somebody comes to you and says the opposite or says something less, then you're like, well, I know you didn't do the research, because there's no way you could have done the research. You would have found what I found. So again, for those people who think I'm just trying to push something or whatever the case may be, I heard it all from Christians by now. I tell everybody, do your own research, because that's the only way. Like when you go and do your own research, all this stuff is out here, a book, a video, whatever, even memes these days are sources of information, which is a part of doing your own research. So if you watch a video, if you watch whatever, you read, whatever you do, that's still a part of your research process. And it's something that must be done. But in doing this, at the same time, you can't just go about what the person is saying. Fact check it, back it up. A lot of times you don't have to do that, because some people give you the proof right there, and it's like, okay, bam, that is what it is. But throughout the course of your research, you're going to find stuff that's going to back up what people are saying, or is going to prove what people are saying are, it's false, it's bullshit. So, my advice for a lot of people ask the question, where to start research? Where do I begin? It's not just in looking at my videos or other people's videos. It's just one, knowing the Bible. And that's the thing. This is why a lot of people are caught up, because they don't really actually know the Bible. These people who claim Christianity don't really actually know the Bible and what it said, because the fact that they're on social media, period, tells you they haven't read the book and understand what it's saying. So people say, hey, what does it say we can't be on social media? Semantics. Obviously, if the book is telling you to stay away from sin and you're not supposed to be around sinners and dealing with sin, social media is full of sin. It's full of what the Bible would consider satanic, devil worship, or what have you. And people submerge themselves in this stuff. And not just that. You can just look at what people post. They posting sinful things and they're around sinful things. And, obviously, if you're a Christian, you're not supposed to be dealing with none of this stuff. So how can you call yourself a Christian or even a Christian researcher, and everything that you're doing is showing that you're clearly not? So look, at the end of the day, all I ask people to do is be real with yourself. Look in the mirror and be real with yourself and understand you're bullshitting. You don't live your life by what the Bible says is right before God. You haven't read the Bible. You haven't researched anything. You're going off of the mainstream output of what Christianity is supposed to be. You're going off the mainstream information of what everybody's saying Christianity is. You're going off the mainstream direction that is pushing Christians to this belief, this overall belief that the Bible is real, that Jesus saves. If you pray, it's going to come true, so on and so forth. When in reality, it doesn't. Talk about this all the time. Christians shot and killed in church. Christians who died of corona, pastors, preachers who died of corona praying, or opening their churches, praying to God to basically save them from it or to give them protection like the Bible promises. And if these people can't get protection in church from God, and it's supposed to be power in the name of Jesus, they put a freaking disclaimer on the holy water, basically saying that, don't touch the holy water. And the holy water is supposed to bless people and heal people. And if they put a sign on the holy water saying that it's not holy and it ain't going to do shit, it's contaminated, what does that tell you? I mean, like, corona should have been enough to tell people how much bullshit this is. But yeah, I leave it up to everybody to, be true to themselves and do their own research, what have you. But when you come and question people who have actually done the research, who have traveled, spent the time and money to travel the world, to do real field research, to really go out there and see what's out there and to put out the information. A lot of people are just so bitter and they got so much hate in their heart and they talk so much trash. I always tell people, hey, you know more than me, then go ahead and put out, videos. Go ahead and put out some research of what you have found that basically crushes my research. Please, I would like to look at it. And people don't do that. They can't even have a intelligent debate with you. And it's nonsense. Or the entire realm of information and so-called proof and facts is based off of their faith and what they believe. So yeah, it's not going to fly with me. So I don't accept that. But yeah, you can't, especially for the Hebrews, you can't have a debate when all of your facts is coming from the Bible, and the Bible itself is what's in question, and it's not been proven. It hasn't been proven. So yeah, this is the falls, the pitfalls and issues we go through with biblical religion and why, we can't accept what people are telling us. So yeah, make sure you guys do your research on this stuff and fact check everything for yourself. And hopefully you come to the same conclusion because you did all the research and you didn't bullshit yourself. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch, and thanks to everybody who supported with the flash drops. It's the last day. Make sure you guys take advantage of it. See you next video.